check it out. We came up this for some gravity tie-dye, so it's no mess. We got a 5-gallon bucket. We got this old rack from, I think, a refrigerator or something, and a couple clamps from the dollar store. We cut up the rack so the shirt can fit in there. So as it melts, it's going to drip right into the bucket. What we're going to do, we'll put our dye up on here and then put our ice on there and just let it flow down. Gravity tie-dye. If it works out, we'll make a couple more so we can do 3 or 4 at a time. Gravity tie-dye bucket setup. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get the ice and dye. So, we got our ice cube, our homemade ice cube. We make it out of Tupperware. It's probably 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. Laid it on the shirt. Now we're going to start applying the dye. We're going to try this time, instead of putting the dye on the shirt. You see that? Instead of putting the dye on the shirt, we're going to lay it on top of the ice right here. Let it melt through on its own. Guys, we got for today, we're going to actually use a Palamingo gold, a red, and an emerald green. I'm going to put the gold in the middle, red on one side, and green on the other. And we'll see what happens. Gravity tie-dye in our bucket system. Let's lay down some dye. This dye we have here is a ratio of 1 to 1. It's actually 1 cup of dye, 1 cup of soda ash. Left it in the original container, shook it up. Now we usually use a spoon to spoon it out on our project. Sometimes you got to make an executive decision. I laid down the gold. Now do I want to put the red down on this side or that side, or the green on this side or that side? We know, here's the tag. That's up by the collar. Do we want the collar to have the green, or do we want the collar to have the red? Executive decision. Check it out. So there you have it. We put the gold in the middle, emerald green on one side, red on the other. You can see here, some got on the shirt already, the green. I wouldn't worry about that. Hey, it's tie-dye. Come on, relax. It's tie-dye party time. Now I'll let this melt down through the shirt. See if we need to add another block of ice later. Check on it time to time. Gravity dye, bucket style. Gravity dye, crapshoot creation style. Check us out. Full-blown video on our YouTube channel. So right here on our first gravity shirt, you can see the green, the gold, and the red. But the problem is the ice is too thick. It wants to melt too fast, dripping down. We're getting this brownish color. So we have to make an executive decision. From our experience, we may be able to fix this, make it awesome. So what we're going to do is, right in here, where you can still see the ice, we're going to put some Raven Black in there. The black should counter out the brown. So, you know, red and green equals brown. Let's add some black. So we added our black. As you can see, the green is actually melting down. Instead of going down that way, it's running down this way, making the brown. So we added the black and we take it from there. I think it's going to be awesome. I also just adjusted it, the ice, just a little bit. You can hear it dripping, see it dripping. Here's our gravity dye in our bucket, or should I actually say our gravity tie-dye in a bucket would dye over top of the ice. I actually put ice on here 2 more times. The saturation looks good. Now we're just going to wash it out, throw it into the washer, and see what we got. The other one we did is already in the washer. We did that dye under the ice so we can see the difference. So let's check it out. Here's our gravity dye with the dye on top of the ice. Remember, I added that black in there to get rid of some of the brown. The black actually made it awesome. Here's the back side of that dye over top the ice. And the next one we're going to do is the dye under the ice. This one here is the gravity dye, ice dye, with the dye underneath the ice. It's the front side. Flip it over, see the back. It's the back side. Dye underneath the ice. See how it feathers out real nice? Gravity tie-dye.